What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing this really pretty teal, purple, and pink smoky eye. It's reminiscent of, one might say, a mermaid. Before we get too far into this video, I do want to let you know that it is sponsored by Ulta. So thank you, Ulta, for supporting my brand and for being an awesome partner in this collaboration. If you don't love sponsored posts, go ahead and click away now. If you're interested in supporting me and Bold and Ambitious, please keep watching. I really appreciate it. Anyways, back to this video. We are doing two looks today. This fun teal, purple, pink smoky eye. And then we're going to transition into an awesome mermaid look. So it's a transition between your day look and your Halloween look, so you can go from one to the other really quickly for those awesome Halloween parties I know that you're going to. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show you how to get the glam portion of this look.
Using my Becca Cosmetics Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream in the shade Cashmere, I'm going to be using that as my foundation and base for my makeup look. It's slightly too dark for my skin, so I will be lightening that up with some concealer in just a moment. To blend out my foundation, I'm using the makeup blending sponge from Ulta Beauty, and just using that to rub it all over my face. And I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Light. It is my favorite concealer. And if you haven't tried it already, you need to. It's a cult classic pretty much now, and it's amazing and definitely lives up to all the hype. I don't think I'll ever go back to another concealer. I just love it so much. Next, I'm going to be using IT Cosmetics Build a Brow in Universal Taupe with my Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brow pencil. Brow pencil? No, it's a brow brush with a spoolie on the end. And I'm just going to fill in my brows lightly with that. I'm not going to do my tail yet because I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in medium brown to sketch out the tail of my brow. I'm going to be setting my brows with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. It's my Holy Grail brow gel, and it really keeps them in place all day long, which is awesome. And for my face, I'm going to be covering my entire face with my Cover FX translucent powder in Light with a big kabuki brush. And I am using the Becca Cosmetics and Chrissy Teigen collaboration palette for my bronzer and my blush. I'm using exclusively IT Cosmetics brushes for this look. So I'm using the LBD bronzer Velvet Looks brush and the Plush Powder Velvet Looks brush as well for my blush. For the eyes, we're going ahead and using the Eyeshadow Primer Potion by Urban Decay to set those eyes. And I'm just going to be using that neutral color Dawn from the Subculture palette as my base for that eye so that I can blend out my other colors. It's really beautiful. It's kind of peachy, which I really like. And I'm going to also be using the IT Cosmetics brushes. This particular one is their Airbrush Blending Crease Brush, and I'm using shade Mercury from the Subculture palette to start that transition shade in my crease. And I'm going to be picking up in that same brush the color Royalty from the Jaclyn Hill palette, which was just released in Ulta stores. So if you haven't been able to get your hands on it yet, now is the time. And I just put a little bit too much purple, so I'm just going to buff some of that out so it's not quite as high on my eye. And I'm going to be taking their Precision Shadow Airbrush eyeshadow brush with the color Pool Party from the Jaclyn Hill palette all over my lid. So there's a nice defined line between the purple and the blue. And I'm also going to be taking that underneath the eye, really close to the lash line, as close as I can get to that waterline. I'm going to let that dry a little bit because I did dampen the brush to use it. And I'm going to be using Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the color Deep End for my waterline because it perfectly matches Pool Party. And I love the way that looks together. And I'm going to be using that fluffy brush again, the Blending Crease brush, to bring that purple right underneath Pool Party on the lower lash line to extend that and make it a little bit of a smoky eye. And now I'm taking the IT Cosmetics Velvet Looks Plush All Over Shadow Brush to use the color Twerk from the Jaclyn Hill palette, which is a cobalt blue shade, just on the outer corner to kind of create a gradient look across my eye. For the next shadow, I'm using Electric from the Subculture palette on my Airbrush Smoky Liner brush from IT Cosmetics, and I'm just putting that in the inner corner and bringing it a little bit up on the lid. It's so gorgeous because it's a duochrome color and it looks like a mermaid is exactly what I thought of when I looked at it, so naturally I had to use it for this look. And it really shimmers pink, orange, and green, so it's so gorgeous. This is my standby eyeliner that I use all the time. It's by NYX Epic Ink Liner in black, and I'm just creating this wing. I wanted it to be a little bit more dramatic because we are doing a mermaid inspired look, so I thought you could get away with a little bit more dramatic even when it's your daytime glam because you're going to be wearing lashes and it just looks really nice with the big smoky eye and bright colors. So I'm putting on the Tarte Cosmetics lashes in Glamorous, I'm pretty sure. I'll link them below so you can get them. They're really soft and beautiful, and I think they're stunning on, and I'm kind of obsessed with them, so I'll probably wear them all the time. And the mascara that I'm using is my new favorite as well. It might take the place of Better Than Sex mascara. Jury's still out, but I really like it. It's the Monsieur Big by Lancome in Very Black. And for my lip liner, I'm going to be using Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in the color Wonderland. It's a gorgeous, deep, hot pink. I'm kind of obsessed with it because it's so bright and so beautiful. And for lipstick, we are using Too Faced Melted Latex Liquid Lipstick in the color Hot Mess, which kind of describes me on a daily basis, so I like it. And I love the liquid latex finish. It's so pretty and shiny, so I love it. And that's the end of this glam look. So we're going to transition now into showing you how to do the mermaid look. Okay, so first we're going to start off with the Becca Cosmetics highlighter. It's their Shimmering Skin Perfector in Lilac Geode, and it's super light and very subtle, but will just give you a faint purple shimmer on the outside of your face, and I wanted to build up the color here, so you want to start with a light purple color like this. It's kind of purple and gold, which is why I loved it, and I am using that Plush Velvet Luxe LBD bronzer brush from IT Cosmetics. They're so soft, they feel so nice. And just pretty much go over that until you feel like you have a little lilac hue on the sides of your face where you would typically contour, because that's going to start that mermaid-esque look for you. So you can do, I did several layers, I think like 4 or 5 layers of this until it got to the opacity that I felt like was appropriate for a mermaid. So just keep going over it until you feel good about it. I did bring it down to my neck just a little bit to kind of extend that mermaidy look. And now we're going to put fishnet tights over our head to create the scales. I'm sure you guys have seen this look before. I have never looked better. I'm going to go out like this one day. But basically you just want to stretch that fishnet tight over your face. And I am taking the color we used on our eyes, Royalty by Jaclyn Hill, and really pressing that into the sides of my face to create purple scales. They're really pretty. And then once I do that purple a little bit, I'm going over top of it with Pool Party, that same tealy green color that we used on the lid of our eyes. And I'm doing on my forehead, on my cheeks, and on my chin. I did it very lightly on my forehead because I knew I was going to be wearing a little headband there, so I didn't really go over that quite as much as you could. But I did go over a lot on my cheekbones and my chin because you're going to see that the most. And it's very faint. You'll see it when I get closer, but you can see the green cast. But they look like little fish scales, and they're so cute. And you could do that as dark or as light as you want it to look. So it's just kind of up to you how dark or light you want to go on that. Don't mind me just casually picking my nose. I wasn't picking it, I was just scratching it. Okay, we're going in with that Velvet Loops Plush All Over Shadow and the Subculture color Electric. That's the same color we use on the inner corner, and I'm just dusting that on certain parts of my face so that I have that duochrome effect on the highlighted parts of my face, above my brows, on my cheekbones, and I did a little bit above my lip and on my chin. Okay, so for lipstick, we're going to be using the liquid lipstick in Vice by Urban Decay in the shade Flashback. It's this really pretty, shimmery, metallic purple, and I thought it was matched the color Royalty perfectly from the Jaclyn Hill palette, so that was the obvious choice here. So that's pretty opaque. I did 2 layers of it, and then I'm going to let it dry just a little bit before I add the shimmering gloss on top of it, because it does dry down pretty matte, and you can see it matches my eyes so nice. And I love the Vice liquid lipstick formula, so if you haven't tried them out yet, do it. It's worth it. They're so nice. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Gloss in Gilded. It's a really, really shimmery gold color, which will just add another duochrome effect on my lips.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed this glam to Halloween mermaid makeup look and that you try both looks out, and I hope that you tag me and Ulta Beauty in your recreations if you decide to create this look. Thank you again so much for watching and for supporting me and my channel, and I will see you guys tomorrow and Saturday. We have 2 more Halloween tutorials this week, so stay tuned. Bye guys!